All right, we are live. Okay. All right. Oh, turn that down. All right, guys. I'm Sebastian, host of Ninth Island Connection. Hey, Gail. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining. So I'm Sebastian, host of Ninth Island Connection. We are a weekly lifestyle television show that airs throughout the country on different channels, different networks. Hey, Patricia, welcome. Different channels, different networks throughout the country, depending on where you are. We also air in Guam, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Those are the U.S. territories. We're on ABC, CW, Cox Cable, CBS, really just depending on where you are throughout the country. You can catch our weekly television show that's all about Vegas. We interview restaurateurs, entertainers, personalities, casino people, just really everything going on in Vegas. So check us out. You can check out our website, Ninth Island Connection, for the television schedule. So in this weekly live, we bring you an update on what's going on this upcoming weekend. So we go live on Wednesday. We talk about Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to let you guys know what's going on in Vegas. So we got to start with the obvious, the weather. So it is hot. Look at me. It is very, very hot in Vegas, and it's here to stay. I think it's safe to say that spring is officially over. Our spring was it was just all over the place. It could be 85 and full sun one day, and the very next day be in the 50s, cloudy, wind, and rain. So it is just all over the place, or it was all over the place. But thankfully, that is done. So we don't have to worry about that crazy weather anymore. We're officially in what people think of Vegas, and that is hot. So we have highs in the 90s into the low 100s. Overnights is perfect to be outside. It's going to be in the 70s overnights. So let's see. Let's talk about some news. So in the news, so Lee's Forum in Henderson, I'm jealous. Don't be jealous. Vegas is open to everyone. So let's see. So Lee's Forum, which is the former Dollar Loan Center, that's where the Henderson Silver Knights play, up there by Green Valley Ranch, the district. There's a casino up there that's a Station's property. They're going to be hosting The Price is Right, and that's going to be on December 7th. So I know that I just said when we do our weekly lives, we talk about what's going on this weekend. The reason I'm bringing this up is because tickets are on sale right now for The Price is Right. That's going to be in Vegas on December 7th. So if you're going to be in Vegas or just want to plan a trip to Vegas and watch The Price is Right live, you're going to want to buy tickets now. Let's see. So the Rio has been low-key doing crazy renovations. Not even low-key. Like, if you check out their social media, they are everywhere. They've remodeled the food hall. They put $15 million into the pool, $300 million into the property itself, and have redone everything. We have not been there yet, but it is on our list, so stay tuned for that. Now, their rewards program, they say that you can earn rewards faster, 8 times faster than any other program on the Strip. So we're definitely going to get our Rio rewards card. We're going to check it out. We've always been loyal to Caesars just because in our experience, I'm not saying anything about MGM. I'm not saying one is better than the other. What I'm saying for us, we've just gotten more with Caesars. But we're excited to check out Rio rewards and see what it's about. They claim that you can earn 8 times faster and 8 times more rewards than any other casino in Vegas. So we're going to test it out, and we'll keep you guys posted on what that's like. Wayne Newton has I'm looking down. These are my notes down here, guys. Okay. Wayne Newton has celebrated 65 years in Vegas. Mr. Las Vegas himself. I can't imagine 65 years ago in Vegas. That would have been 1966, right? 2024, 1966. What was Vegas like in 1966? He was 16 years old performing in Vegas. He couldn't even hang out in the casino. He would perform on stage, and in between sets, before he went on again, he would have to leave the casino. He'd have to go stand outside and wait because he could not be in the property because he was under 18. So I can't imagine what that would have been like. I know that he's at least had one beer with the Rat Pack, Oscar Goodman, of course, before. Who knows what alleged mobsters were in town during that time that he was entertaining. I just can't imagine, but I imagine it would have been. I can't imagine what that would have been like, but I would speculate that that would be pretty awesome. Let's see. The WSOP has just linked in Michigan, Nevada, and New Jersey. So they're the first poker entity to have 3 different networks all in one, and that's the WSOP. That's online. Of course, the WSOP, it's actually happening right now over at the Horseshoe in Vegas. But that's the first time that they've roped in. I'm not an online gambler. I'm not a poker player either. So I'd imagine if you're a poker player, that's pretty big news. If you're an online poker player, of course, that's big news because they're pooling all of that money. They're pooling all of the jackpots. So now you have 3 states worth of jackpots that are going to be in one. So if you're a poker player online, that means you can win that much more money. So that's pretty awesome news. Fontainebleau, I wanted to bring this up. Fontainebleau, hey Arnold, how's it? I wanted to mention Fontainebleau because it's a beautiful property. First of all, you should definitely check it out. We did a status match there, totally worth it. They're hosting a slap competition. I don't know if you guys have noticed online. I have never seen it like on ESPN. I've only seen it on social media, but there's like competitive slapping. And 2 people, they just stand there and they just slap each other. And I don't know if you earn points. Of course, all I see on social media is the knockouts when people get slapped. They show it on slow motion, the whole cheek, just a big wave, and then they hit the ground, like they knock them out with just an open hand slap. You can see that in person, of course, in Vegas at the Fontainebleau. Now, this is not going to be until June 28th that it's happening at Fontainebleau, but tickets are on sale right now. Sorry, let me check out my battery. I just got an alert. No, still 10%. All right. So you can see that in person at Fontainebleau. Tickets are on sale right now for that June 28th. It's just people just going to be slapping each other, knocking each other out. I don't know. This one is kind of a sad one, but it's Vegas, and it seems to be kind of a trend right now because Bellagio had a really popular restaurant that had been open for a long time. Picasso announced that they're going to be closing. And another announcement, Holstein's over at Cosmopolitan, they're known for their burgers and milkshakes. They've been open since 2010. So that's 14 and a half years they've been open in Vegas, which is no small feat because Vegas is like, oh, there's Big Elvis. Let's see, there he is. Rinse and repeat, right? Somebody's hot, they come in, and then somebody else comes in, and it's a brand new concept. I'm going to scoot this over so maybe you guys can see some more of that Big L. There we go. Let's see. There you go. Now you got more of the television. So they're closing, they're shutting down. They are going to be closing on July 9th. So you still have just over a month to get down there to check it out. That's Carrot Top. You still have over a month to get down there and check it out if you've never been, or if it's one of your favorite places to go and you're going to be here before July 9th, you can hit it one last time over there at Cosmopolitan before they shut down. Let's see. So we've got a lot of jackpots that are happening in Vegas. These are so I wanted to show just a variation because We don't talk a lot about the $3,000 jackpots, $5,000 jackpots, and that matters, because $5,000 is a lot of money to a lot of people. So I wanted to just talk about just a range of jackpots that people have been winning here in Vegas lately. Let's see, check this. My battery still says 10%. So let's see. So $46,000 jackpot over at the Orleans on a slot machine. $47,000 jackpot over at the South Point. That's somebody who's playing Texas Hold'em. I've never played Texas Hold'em, but a lot of people seem to be winning here lately on Texas Hold'em. Sam's Town, somebody won $15,000 playing Pai Gow. What's up? Can you see if this will reach to there? Sorry, guys. Let me take a break for a second and plug my laptop in. Let's see if this will reach. Hang on just a second. Bear with me. And perfect. All right. Sorry about that. Just want to make sure we don't. There we go. Look at that. That's a nice little view. So I wanted to talk about that one too, because I've never played Texas Hold'em, and it's a very popular game. Over at the Golden Nugget, they have Texas Hold'em competitions all throughout the year, and very popular. I'm going to try my luck at it, but first I need to figure out how to play. So if you guys have any tips, any websites that you think I should check out, any channels here on YouTube that do tutorials or anything on Texas Hold'em, hit me up, maybe share it in the comments or send me a message on Instagram. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks. All right, so let's get to my favorite, and that's Pai Gow. Somebody won $15,000 playing Pai Gow over at Sam's Town. And actually, there were a few different jackpots. Somebody won $15,000 on a slot machine at Sam's Town, and then another person in the same weekend won $11,000 on a slot machine over there at Sam's Town. Let's see, over at the Fremont, you had a bunch of jackpots happen at the Fremont, and that's right down on the Fremont Street Experience. If you haven't been there, I would definitely recommend checking it out. They've remodeled the entire food hall and the entire casino floor. They've done all of the rooms also. So check them out if you haven't been there. Totally worth just popping in, right? And there's no cover charge, right? Of course. I'm just joking. You guys know there's no cover charge for casinos. But let's see. Somebody won $6,000 playing. Three different people won $6,000. Maybe that was the lucky number. Playing slot machines over there just last week. Somebody won $12,000 playing the slot machine. Somebody won $5,000 playing Keno. Now, that's another one that's on my list. I've never played Keno. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. I have bought a ticket for Keno before. I don't know if that's, I guess technically that's playing Keno, but I know that there are people that sit in there all day long and they have strategies on different numbers and the statistics on which numbers should come out, how many times per day or per session. There's red cards, blue cards. There's all kinds of stuff going on. So I've never really paid attention to playing Keno. I have bought a ticket one time, so long ago. This is when the Flamingo had its coffee shop still open and the buffet was still open over there, that I bought a Keno ticket just because I'd never done it. We went and had breakfast and they had the TVs up with numbers coming out. That's all that I know about it. But somebody won $5,000 playing Keno over at the Fremont. Somebody won $7,000 playing slot machines. And yet another person, all in the same week, won $14,000 playing slot machines. Now, there's probably more. A lot of folks like to be anonymous and not share. They don't want it out there because then all the cousins from across the country are going to come out and, hey, I saw that you won this much money. I'm your long lost cousin. So I'm sure there's a lot more than that. And I'm sure there's a lot more than just a Fremont. There's so many properties down there on Fremont Street Experience. And a lot of people go down there specifically to gamble because statistically the slots have a higher payout than the strip. And you've got lower table minimums. So you can play $5 blackjack. You can play $10 Pai Gow with a $1 progressive bonus buy-in. Which is huge because you could win $100-something thousand off of a $1 side bet. And that's all downtown. And you've got the Plaza, you've got the D, the Golden Gate, Circa, of course. You've got our personal favorite, Golden Nugget, Four Queens, Fremont. You've got, and then El Cortez down the road over there. Just off of Fremont, you've got the Downtown Grand over there that people gamble at. You've got the Cal. I mentioned Plaza, but you've got Main Street Station. And they're always so busy with people gambling down there. So great to see people winning. Let's see what else we got going on. Bellagio, this is the big one. I love Bellagio. Bellagio is absolutely beautiful. I know tons of people go there for the glass sculptures in the lobby, and of course the conservatory. And then you've got the chocolate fountain over there on the way to the tram. There are some really cool things to see. You've got the restaurants that overlook the fountains, and it's just a beautiful property. Somebody won $1.87 million, $1,870 million on a slot machine over there at Bellagio last week. That is awesome. Congratulations to that person. Another Keno winner. This is another off strip. This is at the Suncoast. Somebody won $19,000 playing Keno over there. I really have to get on this Keno game and see what it's all about, because I feel like I'm missing out. And 2024 is going to be my lucky year. I'm manifesting that, all right? Somebody who won at Paris $130,000 on a slot machine over at Paris. And I love Paris. We stay at Paris all the time. It's connected to Horseshoe, which is awesome because when it's super hot or cold, you've got two properties that are decent size with a lot of gambling options. Not necessarily a ton of dining options, but a lot of gambling options over there that are connected, so you really don't have to go outside. Let's see. Let's talk about what's going on this weekend in Vegas. So coming off Memorial Day, there's not as much big events. You still have all your regular stuff going on, your cirque shows, all of that stuff is still happening. All your magicians. Big Elvis is still going to be over at Harrah's doing his thing. These guys are always in Vegas, so check them out. And typically, it's lower than the ticket prices for the events that I'm going to be, or it's lower ticket prices than the events that I'm going to be mentioning here. Although you can get some good deals, though, so be on the lookout. So we've got Ringo Starr and his all-star band are going to be over at the Venetian on the 31st. And June 1st. You've got Air Supply going to be over at the Westgate, which the Westgate is a nice little property. And it may seem like it's far away, but you can actually take the monorail over there. So Air Supply is going to be over at the Westgate, and that's going to be the 31st and the 1st. Christina Aguilera is doing her thing over at the Venetian, and that's May 31st and June 1st. Avril Lavigne, who's been popping up a lot on my Pandora lately, so kind of curious about that. She's going to be over at the MGM, and that's going to be on June 1st. And for sports, we've got the Aviators are going to be at home at the Las Vegas ballpark, and that's going to be on the 28th through the 31st. So I wanted to mention the Aviators, even though that's off strip. It's about 15 minutes or so, just depending on traffic. Straight up Charleston Boulevard. You're going to run right by the Las Vegas ballpark. It's right across from Red Rock Casino and downtown Summerlin over there. There's a ton of shopping. There's a ton of restaurants. You got a Trader Joe's over there for all of you guys that come into town and specifically want to make a trip to Trader Joe's. You can go to a ball game at the Las Vegas ballpark, do some gambling over at Red Rock Casino, hit up Trader Joe's, boom. And there's tons of great restaurants over there also to get something to eat. So they're going to be at home, and it's a beautiful ballpark, totally worth checking out. So stop in. That's it, guys. I know this was kind of down and dirty, just under 20 minutes. But like I mentioned, just coming off of the long Memorial Day weekend, there's not as much going on in town. The biggest thing is it's heating up, and the pool parties are going to be pumping. Day pool parties, night pool parties, afternoon pool parties. They're going to be going off. It's a great time to be outside in the evenings because low 70s is super comfortable to be outside in Vegas. And not just the Strip. There's the Arts District. There's Fremont Street Experience, of course, but also East Fremont, Container Park. There's so much that you can do outside in Vegas. And these evenings, when it's in the 70s, is perfect. Once we get into like late July into August, you're going to still have high 80s and low 90s overnight when that sun goes down. So still not that comfortable to be outside. So take advantage of it now and get out there, explore Vegas. And if you guys are coming to town, I hope you have a wonderful time and that you win big. We'll see you guys next time.